walk up and start just spraying them with the spray.
What am I spraying?
You're spraying the bees. See
Just
the bees outside?
themselves?
Yeah, just spray the bees you see out there. Well, you don't need to stand right up on top of them, but okay, so
Is that one not active? It is. Really?
today we're going to harvest some honey out of some of the hives over here. So first thing we're going to do is we're just going to spray a little bit of sugar water on them to calm them down. So that's what we're doing right here is we're just spraying it. We're not going to bother this hive. This hive is the one we're not going to use, but
Is that a more mature hive?
yeah, that's our first hive. This is the split. This is where we put our extra bees. So now that we sprayed a little of that, puff that a few times, make sure it's not going out.
Puff, puff. And for the low price of $29.95, you too can come, Johnny. And
Okay, so now that he's out of here, we're gonna use some of this Bee Quick stuff and spray it on this board. This has got some cloth on it. It's got clover in it, and the bees don't like the smell of clover. So we're just gonna spray some of this on there.
it's just clover.
And then what happens?
When you
A
spray
bee-
it, it goes
A bee gets
A
on
bee
there.
actually came right over to it and doesn't seem to mind it at all. So hopefully
Looks
they
pretty good, Johnny.
hopefully they mind it once it's in there. Okay, grab that. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to open up this hive. So this is the top of it. I'm just going to take the top off. This is over here. This is the feeder part where we put the liquid in,
Real low.
but it's empty. We're going to feed them later. So I'm
Is
going
that the sugar water smell?
yeah.
Oh,
So I'm gonna
It does.
take it's the spray.
Oh,
It's
this
the
is-
spray. So I'm gonna take this tool here and I'm gonna break free the glue that they put in here to hold the pieces together. And then I'm gonna take this off.
Do you re-glue it every time you do that, or?
They will re-glue it every time I do that. Now if I lift this up, you're gonna see that I got a bunch of bees here on the bottom because they're going here and here looking for the liquid. I don't have any in there right now.
Listen to the hum.
But that's what they're going to do. So now I'm just going to sit this very gingerly over here because I want to put that back. And I'm going to take a quick look in here, and I can see that it looks like they've been working over here on this side, but not on the other side. So now we're going to see if this will help draw them down by just putting this on.
Okay. Now, Johnny, why are they hanging out in front of the beehive like that?
Now they're getting louder because they don't like that smell. You're probably going to see more of them come out. So the bees hang around out in the front like this. It's called bearding in a lot of instances. Means that they're not happy. They want to go somewhere else. But this hive has done that forever. So you have to learn your hives. Like this hive doesn't have any on the outside at all. But I see bees coming in and out, so I know that the hive's okay. And if I look right here, I can see this bee is covered in pollen. So I know they're bringing pollen in, they're taking pollen out. So I'm not worried about this one having a viable hive. This one has just worried me from the beginning because of them bearding out in the front. I guess I could talk to you, huh? Instead of, so it's bearding out in the front, but they've always done that, so I don't really need to worry about it because that's just.
So it's nothing
they do.
different.
No, it's nothing different for them. They will just do this. Sometimes they'll cover this whole white piece with it when they're doing that.
Yeah, I can definitely hear them getting louder and going down farther.
Yeah.
Oh,
See
yeah.
how there's a lot less bees up here now?
Oh yeah.
So it seems to be doing what we want it to. So we're just going to give this another minute and then we're going to take off from there. I'm going to go ahead and pop this one open as well because I want to see and make sure that they are drinking the water. And this water up here is empty as well, which is what I would have expected. Now this pulporus, which is the glue that they put on here, is really hard to get off without a tool. So you really want to use a tool to get this stuff off.
Now, do you mean glue or honey?
It's not honey. And again, you're going to see that you see
Yeah,
this white stuff right here, or this yellow stuff right here,
Right.
this is the stuff that they're making that's gluing the two together. Now, if you take a look at the top of this hive, you'll see these bees look different than those bees. These are a lot younger, so they've got a lot of stuff going on here.
A little more yellow looking.
And this is a different type of hive. This one, you have to pull the. I said, don't let it go out. The one job you had was don't let that thing go out, and now it's out.
Here, hold this for a second. Would you?
Now it's his job.
Don't fall for it. Bounce it up and down and see if you can get it to.
Sparks ignite. Do we absolutely need it? Or?
Yeah, you'll need. Well, we'll need it, but bounce it up and down a few more times, like you mean it. Okay.
There you go. Give it back down.
Yeah. So that's going to help when it comes time to get all the bees off of the thing. Any bees that we have left, that's how we're going to get them off.
Okay. We'll leave it.
So it's okay. We'll do it without it. We'll just do it without it. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. So this hive over here is a different type of hive.
Okay.
This is a standard hive. This is a flow hive. So if I open up the front of this, and of course they're starting to glue this thing shut too. But if I open up the front of this one, I can see in here the bees going up and down inside here. And they are working on, and see how they glued this one in place as well? So they are working on putting the honey in this top one up here, and that's how we're going to extract it later. Is we won't pull these out. These will stick a rod in there and turn it, and it'll cause the honey to flow out of these bottom holes right here.
So they seal it up with, you say, glue to keep
Yeah.
any of the predators, ants, or anything else out of there?
Right.
Okay.
And it keeps it from falling over too. A lot of times you'll see with new hives that people put out, they'll strap them down. And they'll strap them down so that animals won't go in, knock them over, and eat them.
Well, the bees do this themselves, though, right?
Yeah, but the bees will put this in here. People will strap them in so that they've got. People will strap them in so that another type of animal won't come in here and start messing with them.
Right.
Okay, so spray a little. Who's got the spray? Who's got the juice?
I'll have the juice.
Okay,
I've got the juice.
Just spray this hive a little too. But see how the bees are starting to get up in the air? And in the front. And all that does is it calms them down, gives them something to work with, keeps them off of my radar. Now I'm just gonna push a couple of these guys back over because I want to just put this back up there, and I don't want to squish the bees. So this one is red. This one is. See how they're all flying around there? Just give them a little spray down there. And I'll take the high. So I've got some frameless frames that we're going to put in.
Those replacements?
Yeah, these are going to be the replacements for the ones we take. They've got a little piece of wood at the top. You see where the comb used to be because I took the comb out. And we're going to be putting them in with that piece at the top. So I just want to make sure I've got all of them lined up because one of them was upside down there.
Now they just build off of the comb that's there now, right?
Right. And they're just going to build off the comb that's there right now.
Can we spray this?
Yeah. Okay, so now almost all the bees have gone down and away from this one, which is good. So where's the bucket? We'll bring the bucket over. Now what we need to do is we need to lift these up. This tool has two sides to it. This tool has two sides to it. The part I use to pry, and then the part I use to lift. Hops, go. So I'm going to put this in here. And again,
Are they always that tight?
well, they glue them down. Dang, that one's in there tight.
There you go.
Try it a different way. And that's why you use this tool, so that if it is in there really tight, because they put all that glue in there, you got a way to get under that and lift that up. So the first thing we need to do is inspect this. See how they glued it right there at the bottom? But as I'm looking at it, I can see they put some honey. So this is the honey right here. All this white stuff right here. So it's not as full of a frame as I want, and I probably won't take that one.
Let them keep building on that one.
Ooh, honey. I see the honey.
Now this one,
Oh,
you can see the honey on that side and the honey on that side.
Why is it in two different colors?
The dark spots here is where they've laid, but they haven't done anything with yet. So we may, and that one's a lot heavier than the first one, but it's still not what I'm after. And this hive was originally a problem hive, and it fell over on the bottom. Now you see down there?
yeah.
Now you see this one, half of that is full right there. But look on the back side, almost all of that is full. So that's the one, this is the one we're gonna take. But now I still have a few bees on here. So use your broom, your whisk broom there, and just brush off the bees. There you go.
I wish you could bring a camera over here and show all the bees down here in the hives. That is awesome.
Okay, now open the bucket. Give me the bee. Look at this. Okay, so we just want to make sure we've got all the bees off of it, and then we're just going to gently lower this in there and hope it fits. Okay, it does. Okay, put the lid back on. Just hold that. Huh? Yeah.
That is awesome, guys. That is really cool.
Go grab the camera and you can bring it over and we can take a look.
That would be cool.
Sit the bucket on the ground so it doesn't fall over. Just pick up the whole thing. So now we're going to show you guys what the inside of the hive looks like. Now this hive Now this hive lost a bunch of its, I didn't get the frames in the bottom of the hive to begin with. And by the time I came out here to see if they were doing okay, they had already started building all their comb, and all of that down there is just honey.
Now, do
So-
you take that out as well?
So I've elected to just leave that in there. They can overwinter with that. They'll eat it. And then I'll just put other boxes on top of it. And that'll just be a honey supply for them down there, just because it was too messy to pull it out. I tried to pull it out once and I had bees everywhere. It was terrible.
Okay.
So we're not going to fight with that. We're just going to kind of go from there. Okay, sugar person. Spray the bees that are flying around right there. All right. Now we're looking at another. Another one of these. You want to take it out this time?
Sure.
So this next one looks like it's full of honey too. I don't want to take them all because it's going to take too much time to process them all. But I do want to take at least a couple.
How long does it take to process, say, 4 of them?
So to process 4 of these, a couple hours probably.
Yeah, they're heavy.
They're heavy. That's
Wow.
why I wanted you to
Yeah,
take
they
it out
are
so you
heavy.
can get a feel of it. So as you can see, I've got a lot more bees on here, and that smoker would come in really handy about now if I had any smoke. But the smell of the smoke may actually help as well. No, they don't care about the smell. Okay, well, take it away from the hive so that they don't all just come from the hive back on top of it. There you go. And let's spray them a little bit more here. Hobbs, go. Come on. Go.
Okay, now set it in the bucket.
Now let's set it in the bucket. And we got to kind of make room for it. And do you think we can put one more in?
Maybe one.
Okay, so we'll do one more.
Negative good better.
No?
Thought carry.
Okay, so we'll do one more. See, look how beautiful that is, how much honey they've got on there.
I was really surprised on how heavy it is.
So I'm gonna come in with the camera here on float mode. And you can kind of get a feel for how much honey is on that thing. That thing is almost completely full. So it's good that we're taking some of it out now. They've got plenty of food down below, so we don't need to worry about that.
Yeah, I'm pulling up the bottom 5.
That's okay, pull it up. Whoa, 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 whoa. Now, carefully, where's the tool? So, pull it all the way up so we can see on the camera. So what's happened is that bottom hive that didn't have any frame is stuck to the top one. So go ahead and stick it back down in there where it came from.
Like that or down, down?
I just need to be able to get to it.
Oh wow.
And hopefully not piss everybody in the world off because they have stingers. Okay, never
It's like a wet waffle.
There we go, that's better. Now, this one has a lot more bees on it than we wanted, but that's where the smoker would come in.
Don't bring it over here.
Yeah. So just take it away from the hive so that they're not associating what we're doing with the actual hive itself. And I'll bring the bucket over here and we'll do the. Let's stick it in over here.
Okay.
Get back on.
You want me to put those back in?
Yeah, so now what we're doing is we're just brushing off the extra bees. We're not using smoke. We didn't get the smoker lit. That's why you want to have a bee brush. You want to have some other ways that you can do the same thing so that you can get those off.
Johnny?
Yeah.
You want to put these back in or wait?
Yeah, so go ahead and put those in. Those are the empty ones that we're going to use
This on the top?
with that on the top. And let's go ahead and stick that one in here. Okay.
I'm just trying to let this one go.
Yeah. Okay. Stuff it a little bit there.
Johnny?
Yeah.
The one that we just dropped down in there, do we want to smash it down or how
Yep.
are we going to handle that?
We just want to smash it down a little.
You don't want to worry about the weeds?
No, don't worry about them. They'll all move out of the way. You'll just kind of push them down a little bit, and then they'll just kind of wiggle their way around. Now we pulled out how many? 3?
3 frames.
And this is 3 back in. But you see how much room we have left in there?
Yeah.
So where did we get so much extra room from? I don't know. Oh,
We pulled out 4.
because
5.
we pulled out these as well, we just didn't use them. So now we got to put these back in. So these have some honey already on them.
Oh yeah.
We're just not going to
Harvest some of that.
harvest it right now. So any more? Where's it? So that's how you try and push that down. So they are a really tight fit. You just got to kind of move them around a little. We're doing this also on a cool day. Makes a difference. They're less active. They're less apt to be running around and fighting mad by the time we do this. So, and there you go. Now we've got all the pieces back in the hive. We're going to put the blue thing back on top. This is just the board we used to get them away the first time. So We're good with that. Don't need that anymore. And it's funny, I got a couple bees still sitting on it, like they don't care,
Even with that spray?
even with that spray. Oh, you know what? Hold on a second before we put that on. I want to put a bee extruder on there, a queen extruder. So the trick with all this is you don't want your queen to fly away because you could lose your queen, and then that's death for the hive if they don't make another queen. So what we're doing today is we're going to go ahead and put a queen extruder to keep the queen. So lift the blue thing back up, please.
Queen that much bigger?
Yep. The queen is just a little bit, her body's just a little bit bigger and she won't fit through that. But all the other bees can go through. So now we're just going to leave it like that. Here, go ahead and put the top on. Last thing I need to do today is give them more feed, more water, but we'll do that in just a bit. Okay, go, go.
Is this the top for this one?
We're gonna do the queen extruder as well. So lift up the blue thing. See how they're already gluing it back down. And now this is actually the wrong size for this one, but it's still gonna work.
That should really help out with the laying, right?
It's gonna keep the queen from coming up further than I want her to.
Okay.
I will eventually lift this box up and then I'll put the queen extruder here, but she may be up here right now, and unless I chase her down, you know what? Let's go ahead and do that if you have time.
Harold, time to work for you, Johnny.
All right. I'm just gonna move this over here for right now. Take the extruder off, which is now full of bees. Where's the tool?
Which one?
I'm a tool.
Okay, tool. You're gonna break this free. Oh, you know what?
You gotta screw down. You're not breaking that free, buddy.
Yeah. No, you're gonna break these free just because it's got. I don't know it's screwed in.
The sides?
Yeah. No. This was so that I could lock it down by going like that.
Oh, with the wire?
Yeah. But I don't have it wired down right now. Wait. You're breaking these two boxes. So right here is where you want to do it. Okay. Nope, it's just that glue.
Is that the scientific name for it? Glue?
No.
You can use it afterwards, like get a good
There's-
wipe of it and then
They
apply
use
elsewhere.
it. They use it in cosmetics all the time. It's really sought after.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it like
Um,
bee spit or something?
It's not Priapus, but it's something like that. Yeah, it's like bee spit.
Yeah, one's on there.
Yeah. Well, like I said, they put this stuff on and it's like glue. That's why I call it bee glue. You got it?
Oh, you're loose.
Okay, so now I'm going to lift this up and I'm just going to move it out of the way so we can see what it looks like.
It's just heavy. It is loose though. I promise.
Really? This thing, it's not loose.
It's not so special.
It's
Look. It's
okay.
your wood's coming
So
out.
now I'm going to twist it. Oh, shoot. Now I'm going to twist the top from the bottom.
Your wood right here is coming up. This stuff in there. Watch. See those? Johnny?
Hmm.
There you go. Now they're good. And now they're really twist.
Yeah.
Okay, where's the spray? See all that honey right there that they stuck between the two?
Yeah.
Good stuff there. Now, let's get a close-up of this hive and show how this is our split hive that we split this year. But you can see just how active and how many bees. I mean, that is a lot of bees. That thing is just full of bees. We could actually come in probably and harvest from this hive as well. But I've been wanting them to go up and put their honey into the top frame so we can get it out of the top frame the way we want it to get it out of the top frame. This is so full of honey. Okay, spray. You want to spray the ones that are flying around. They're the ones that are irritated. Okay, I want to try and put this, I'm going to try and put this top thing on to drive them down a little so that I can put that on without squishing them. And it's funny, every time I spray onto this thing, the bee lands on it. Like, oh, you want me to land on that? Okay, so let's give them a minute with that. And we'll let them run away from that for a second. And as soon as we've got them away from that, then we'll put
It's
that
amazing
bee
how
extruder
different
on
the
there.
bees are between the two hives.
Yeah. Hobbs, go. You got stung, didn't you? Yeah. See, look at him.
Poor guy. I ain't
Okay.
having none of this. Oh wow.
Yeah, so that
Yeah,
works
I do
pretty
the
good.
same thing.
Where's the brush?
Brush.
Yeah, the brush. Wow. Pull this one up. This one is so chock full of honey, it's ridiculous. Yeah, it's bowed. You gotta break it free from the other ones. So you can put it out.
Cut all of them.
Got that? I got this.
Oh wow, man.
You got the brush?
Mm-hmm.
So turn this way. So you can see how full that is of honey. It's actually bursting, and it was gluing itself to the other.
It's probably harvest season or
To the other
takes
hive.
too long?
No, I don't have room in the bucket right now. I just wanted to. You got it?
Yeah.
I just wanted to pull it out to see what we were looking at.
That's
and
pretty heavy, right?
It is. Now turn it around and put it in backwards, so that they start filling the other side up. Normally you want to keep them all exactly the way they were, but I'm trying to get them to put more honey evenly throughout the
You
hive.
just like mass confusion.
Evenly throughout the hive so that it,
That's the same with all
that it's just all honey.
I could just.
Okay, so brush off the top. Of course, we're going to get honey on it because we got honey all over it. They're not going to be happy because we're brushing them. So
This is good.
okay. Now I'm going to put the queen extruder on here. That. That'll keep her in her place. And now we're going to put this back on. And it only goes one way, so let me make sure I got it the right way. Shakes, this thing. Okay, now hand me that. Now lift the top. So how much do you think that weighs?
30 pounds?
Yeah. I'd say it's a good 30 pounds of fresh honey in there. Of course, now we move the whole thing too far forward.
They really don't seem that irritated, even the ones flying around there.
Yeah, they're a good.
I've only got stung twice.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't heard you scream like a little girl, so I didn't think you got stung at all yet. Okay, brush that off again. Okay, just around the edges so that I can put this on without squishing them.
Now, don't they die after they sting?
Yep.
They
They
really
die
don't.
after they get squished too.
They really don't want to get
These are
stung.
the smart ones.
You mean they really don't want to sting you?
Oh, yeah, they really don't want to sting you.
They really don't know that they're going to die. Or I don't think they do. Okay, so that is, that's harvesting. Now you'll see a whole bunch of these guys out here all over the outside of the system because of what we're doing. But that's it. We've got 3 full containers of, or 3 full frames of honey that we're gonna go back and get all the honey out of, and all the bees are nice and happy still. We're gonna come out and feed them later.
This is
Go
a
from
young
there.
bunch, huh? This guy's 8 months old. Just turned 8 months.
Says the bee whisperer.
Yeah.
He's love drunk, dude, on the honey.
Yep.
This one definitely got sprayed.
Thanks for watching, guys.
He's really trying to